so coming around and sitting back onto your heels there for me. And we're going to reach all the way up towards the top end of your mat, spreading your fingers out nice and wide, lifting up with your chin, and as we draw the body along the ground, staying close to the floor, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin. And then as we draw up into a cat stretch, pulling up gently through the lower back, and then taking your head and the tailbone away and sitting gently back down onto your heels. And let's again draw the body up and along the ground, rolling down the shoulders and lifting the chin up. Let's draw up again into your cat stretch, gently releasing through the spine. Taking head and tailbone away and sitting all the way back down upon your heels. Again, let's bring the body to pull on up, rolling down the shoulders, lifting the chin. And then as we curl the toes, sending the hips back and drawing your head down through your arms. Come on forwards into a high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting it all the way back. Let's again draw the body up and through, rolling down the shoulders, lifting the chin. Curling with your toes, lengthening off into a nice long downward dog, really spreading the fingers to the mat. Come on forwards into a high plank, and then bending with your knees and releasing and sitting back. Again, let's draw the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes, lengthening away, head down, bottom up. Draw forwards into a high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting it all the way back. Again, let's bring the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes, stretching off into a nice long downward facing dog. Draw forwards to a strong high plank, and then bending with your knees and sitting it all the way back. Again, bring the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes and lengthening, sending the hips way back. Draw forwards into a high plank, bending with your knees and sitting back down upon your heels. And again, bring the body to pull on up. Curling with your toes and lengthening off into a downward facing dog. And draw forwards into high plank, bending your knees and sitting all the way back. We've just got a couple more here. Come on through, shoulders down, elbows tucked in, curling with your toes, lengthening all the way along the back body. And draw forwards into high plank, bending with your knees and sitting back. One more time, let's bring the body up and through, just feeling that curve of your lumbar spine. And as we curl the toes, remaining in the downward dog, and then just starting to walk it from foot to foot. And just working it out a little stretch down one side of your body, and then the other side of your body. So just noticing the hamstrings, noticing how it feels from your lower back. Again, be aware of the energy that you have in your upper body. And if you have done a lot this week, then maybe just giving yourself permission to rest from time to time. And do take a little bit of water on if you need it. And let's come on down onto your knees. And let's place the right foot forwards. Now today I'd like us to open up the right foot. So turning it open to a 45-degree angle. Placing both of your hands to the inside of your foot. And then gently lowering your body down, relaxing your shoulders, just opening up a little for the inner thigh, opening up a little for the hip and the glutes. Then bring the body gently back on up, straighten up the foot, curl the toes on the left leg and lift the knee if you can. And then raising your right arm, and let's look on up. Again, taking a couple of breaths there, opening the chest. breaths, releasing all the way back down again. Let's come back on up with your upper body. Now sending your hips forwards if you can. If you want to, take that leg back a little bit further. Hands coming up towards the ceiling. And then just slipping your right hand back behind your left. Close out the space behind the head, lifting your chin. And take some deep breaths again. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then letting your arms down. Let's come back up onto that back knee. Dig the heel in and give a little bit of a shift backwards through the tailbone. Alright, now today, again as always, you could bend the knee if it feels tight behind the knee. If it feels okay, maybe try taking your left hand over the top of your right and just working your fingertips away from your body. Again, you might just change things up a little bit. You might have a little bit more stretch coming in from the lower back on that left hand side. You may get a deeper stretch coming down into the hamstring. And then let's walk it on back. Come up onto your knees for me. And let's clasp up your fingers, drawing your arms nice and high, squeezing your head a little if you can with both arms. Take a deep breath in, and on out breath, let's gently work the body out to the side a little, keeping the chin lifted, pulling the arms out and away from the body. Let's draw it back on up. And again, a little stretch out from the waist. So you're finding that stretch through latissimus dorsi, down through the waist, again into the lower back. And then bringing it all the way back on up, letting your arms down, and let's step forwards with your left foot. So again, you're going to take both of the hands to the inside of your foot, turn your foot open to a 45-degree angle, and then again just gently ease down. So taking that stretch, inner thigh, very top of your hamstring, coming into your hip a little. Then bring the leg back on up. Push down into the right hand, push out into the right leg, and bring your left arm up towards the ceiling if you can. Again, take some deep breaths. In through your nose, out of your mouth. Keep the shoulders relaxed. And letting it all the way back on down again. Coming back on up with your upper body. Hips draw forwards. Raising your arms up nice and high. Left hand coming back behind the right. Chin lifts, shoulders back. Finding that stretch through your shoulder girdle into your hip flexors. Letting your arms all the way back on down, moving back upon that back knee. Okay, so coming into that half split. Okay, drawing your toes back, protecting, bending the knee if you need. And then if you feel okay with it, taking your right hand across, working your fingertips away. Again, just pressing out. You might, again, it might feel good to do this today. If it doesn't, obviously back off. Alright, but just then seeing where you can take your body to. And then releasing. Okay, let's come around onto your back. Now today I'm going to be working with the fitness circle. So if you do not have a fitness circle, you've just logged on, okay, either Facebook or YouTube, okay, feel free to bring along either your ball, if you've got one, or a band. Sometimes you can accommodate and do a similar exercise with a different piece of equipment, okay? But if you've got a fitness circle, that's what I'm going to be working with today. So lying down onto your back, reaching down, being able to reach your heels with your fingers. Have your feet about hip distance apart. And just to begin with here, let's just work the lower back down upon the floor, and then releasing the back away from the ground. Again, let's take the lower back down into an imprint, and then releasing your back away. And just as you're doing this, checking in with how that feels for your back. Okay, moving it in and out, settling out into neutral. And then let's pinch the shoulders up towards your ears and draw them down. Do that a few times, where we don't want them to be, where we'd really like them to be. And then you know, as you settle, they're going to settle. Hopefully a little bit further down than they were when we started, but they may move a little bit. So we'll draw attention to that as we keep going. Now taking a long deep breath in through your nose, and let's let the ribs widen. As you breathe out of your mouth, blow the breath out with a little energy, draw up from the pelvic floor and draw the navel back to the spine. Again, as you breathe in, ribs widen, belly flat. As you breathe out, connecting from the pelvic floor up to the transverse abdominis muscle. Again, breathing in, ribs widen, belly flat. And then breathing out, engaging with the core, pulling on up. Or almost imagine you could move your hip bones closer together. Get a feeling of drawing inwards and upwards. Alright, so as we work into your practice, okay, take care with how your body's feeling. We're going to start off today with our shoulder bridge. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's lower the back upon the floor, peel the spine away from the ground and travel all of the way up onto your upper back. Breathing in, rib cage widens. And breathing out, lowering your back down into an imprint and back out to neutral. So again, breathing in, ribs widen. As you breathe out, tilt the tailbone, peel the back away from the ground, but without overly clenching the buttocks. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out, let's lower the back down, vertebrae after vertebrae. Again, deep breath in. As you breathe out, tilt the tailbone, peel the back away from the floor. Breathe in at the top, and then breathing out as you lower. And of course, you can stay with this today. It's great therapy for the back and the movement of the spine. Those of you who'd like to remain up next time with me, come all the way up, relax your buttocks, and we're going to work into an alternating hip lift today. So as you breathe out, let's let one hip bone come slightly higher, breathe in to lower. Breathing out, let the other hip bone come slightly higher, breathe in to lower. So really focusing your energy into that core center of your body. It's also going to, because of the movement and where the muscles are located, it's also going to bring in your internal oblique muscles as well. So really, if you've got that going on as well, it might be quite intense around the hips, okay, around the crest of the hips. So as you breathe out, lift and breathing into lower. Trying not to use your back too much, all right? So if you feel your back aching, maybe think about using the core a bit more. Maybe you're going to feel a little bit of wanted usage from the glutes. Not unusual, all right? If that starts to happen, that's okay. Maybe go back to the first version today. Or maybe again, just really reference the core center. All right, couple more. Breathing out, lift, into lower. And again, breathing out to lift and into lower. Then take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let's lower the back all of the way back down to the floor. Okay, take your legs out. Stretch them all the way out and along the ground there for me. Now, I'm going to have the circle close by, because I might bring that in for some of you in just a moment, all right? So just have it down by your side. As you bring one leg up towards the ceiling, breathing in, and as you lower the leg back down, breathing out. Changing legs, breathing in, raise the other leg up towards the ceiling, and breathing out as you lower. Breathing in, leg stretches upwards. Breathing out, really pull back through the core as you lower. Now I'd like to maintain a neutral back here. Okay, so if your hamstrings are holding a little bit of tension, bend the knee. It's going to be a natural thing that you want to do, and I want you to do it. Okay, so we're going to keep a neutral position with the back. So some of you might want to use a little bit of strength for the upper body too. So I'm going to put the circle above the chest. As I bring the leg up, breathing in. Now as I lower, I'm just going to give a little bit of pressure on the circle with my palms. Breathing in, the leg raises. And breathing out, a little bit of pressure on the circle as we lower. You could use a ball for this as well. You could do the same thing with a ball. You could use your band, okay? You could gently pull apart, so you could take it the other way. Shoulders nice and relaxed, breathing in, breathing out as you lower. And again, breathing in and breathing out to lower. Now just one more version for those of you a little bit more advanced, coming up with the head, neck and shoulders. Now the leg starts up with this one and we hover the other leg from the floor. We breathe in to come up, breathe out to lower. Breathe in and out to lower. Okay, so we have a little bit of switch around. If you're coming up on this version, you can have an unassisted neck. Alright, so I know it's not maybe going to be for everybody. Breathing out to lower. And again, as you lower the leg down, a little bit of a squeeze. Okay, but just for those of you who've done a lot of practice, okay, and you really just want to challenge your body, make sure you're not feeling this in your back. If you're feeling it in your back, then you're not using your core. Okay, so really pull into the core. And again, couple more. Breathing out to switch. Breathing in, breathing out to switch. And then let's come all the way back on down. Alright, planting your feet down to the floor. Gently drawing yourself back up to seated and coming back around onto your hands and knees. Now I'm going to work into Pilates push-up, okay, with using the circle beneath the body. If today going up onto your hands is not something that you want to do, come down onto your forearms and take the plank on your forearms, either on your knees, okay, or we can be up on the toes. You can use the smooth side of the circle, or you can use the handle, and it's going to go underneath your body, alright, so be careful not to push it against any bone, alright, it wants to go to the fleshy area. If you can do normal press-up, you can do press-ups without this, by all means do. Hands beneath your shoulders, locking out with your legs, and then as we dip down, bending the elbows, breathing in, and breathing out to come back up. So breathing in, dip, breathing out a little push-up. Good. Breathing in, out 3. In, out 4. In, out 5. In, out 6. In, out 7. In, out 8. In, out 9. In, out 10. Keep the back nice and straight. In, out 11. In, out 12, gazing slightly forwards. In, out 13. In, out 14. In, out 15. In, out 16. In, out 17. In, out 18. In, out 19. And in, out 20. And gently lower it back down. Alright, so take the circle away, bring it out to the side and come down upon your belly there for me. Now just dropping your forehead in towards the floor and just take a little lazy roll back with one shoulder, put it down. Lazy roll back with the other shoulder and put it down. Okay, and just keep that moving, just releasing out and releasing any tension. Okay, now in a moment I'm going to work up into your breaststroke. I am going to offer that we use the circle on the back body and we lift it off the back body. Now you could do this with a band, alright? So if you don't have a circle, you could do it with the band instead. Or you can stick with the first stage. Okay, so I'm just going to place the circle over the back body and just let the shoulders go. We're not going to use the circle to begin. Breathing in as you peel back both of your shoulders. Breathing out to engage with your core, lifting and hovering. And you want to turn your palms as far open as you can on that first one. Breathing in. And breathing out, engaging the core all the way through and letting the shoulders down. Breathing in to roll back and open with your chest. Breathing out as you engage with your core, lifting. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as we lower and the shoulders come back down. Breathing in, shoulders rolling back and open. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in. And then breathing out as we lower and we let the shoulders back down. Breathing in, shoulders rolling back and open. Breathing out to engage with your core, lift. Breathing in to stay and breathing out. So you can, of course, you can stay with that one, okay, this time. Breathing in, shoulders roll back if you would like to. Breathing out, lift the circle off the back body or the band. Breathing in and then breathing out to lower and let the shoulders drop back down. Breathing in, shoulders rolling back and down. Breathing out. Now as you lift the circle, try not to use your thumbs beneath it. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Try and keep your hands flat and your arms straight. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out as you lift, push your hands down and back. Breathing in and then breathing out as we lower. Of course, you've got the buttocks relaxed. The legs are not doing anything. Breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. Breathing out to lift and hover. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as we lower and we let the shoulders back to the floor. Breathing in, shoulders rolling back and down. Breathing out to engage with your core as you lift. Breathing in and then breathing out as we lower. One more time, breathing in, shoulders roll back and down. And then breathing out, engage with your core, lift. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower and let it down. Okay, take away your circle. Gently press yourself up onto your hands and your knees. And I'm just going to come into pose of the child. So you can either, with pose of the child, have your arms resting by your side, or you can clasp up your fingers and bring them back and tuck your head in towards your knees. So we look for a little bit of a release on the lower back. If you've got your arms going up, you've got also a shoulder girdle stretch. And then releasing your arms down. And let's slowly unroll the body. Okay, popping yourself around to seated. So we're going to work into your roll back from here. So in a moment I'll incorporate the circle again, okay, but just getting yourself going first of all. If you like to use a band around your feet, pop that in. If you like to use something supportive for the lower back, pop that into position now too. Taking a deep breath in, ribs widen. And now as you breathe out, sink back, pull back through the belly and carefully work yourself back. Breathing in and breathing out, engaging with your core, sitting the body up nice and tall. Again, breathing in, ribs widen. As you breathe out, belly pulls back, shoulders relax. Maybe go to halfway or maybe finding the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, imprint, peel up, nice and smoothly, sitting the body up right on the top of your sit bones again. Breathing in, ribs widen. As you breathe out, slowly rolling the body back. Breathing in and breathing out to slowly draw back up. All right, now if this is easy for you, then maybe holding onto the circle. So my fingers are stretched out. Okay, I'm not clasping my fingers. Remember, if you clasp your fingers hard, all you're going to do is incur the forearms. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know many people who really want to develop their forearms. Okay, so lengthen out through with your fingers, drop down your shoulders, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, slowly lowering, you're just holding the circle, breathing in, and then breathing out, imprint, peel the back off from the ground. Offer it forwards as if you're giving it to somebody else. Okay, deep breath in. as you breathe out, slowly working your way down through your back, breathing in, and then breathing out, imprinting the spine, peeling the body all the way back on up. Again, deep breath in, breathing out, nice and smooth, relaxing your legs. Breathing in and breathing out. Imprint the spine as you come all the way back on up. Okay, one more time. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, lowering your body all the way back. Breathing in and breathing out. Imprint, peel, and all of the way back on up. Good. Okay, so we're going to come around onto the side from here. Now today I'm going to work into a single leg lift, and I'm going to press down on the circle when we lift the leg. So find your way around onto your side. As always, do your checkpoints. Okay, so arm in alignment with your ear, point the toes, half clench your buttocks, lengthen away, and then that circle's going to come in front. Alright, so as you take the top leg away, breathe out, engaging the core, breathe in to lower it back down. So as you press up, breathing out, press down on the circle, breathe in as you lower, breathing out to press down, nice flat hand, try not to grip the circle, keep the shoulder nice and relaxed, okay, so check that you haven't got your circle too high, alright, you want your shoulder nice and relaxed, and you're just pressing on down, releasing, breathing out to press down, breathing in to release, breathing out, engaging the core, press down, breathing in to release, and again breathing out to press, breathing in to release, and again breathing out, extend, in to release, and again breathing out, press down, in to release it. Again, breathing out to extend and release. 2 more there, please. Breathing out to press, breathe in to release. 1 more time. And in to release. Okay, pop the circle down. Have the legs together this time. And then breathe out to lift both of your legs. Breathe in to lower. Alright, if you can here, taking away your hand support. And again, so really pushing down, half clenching the buttocks, the back muscles aren't coming in, the waist is drawing away from the floor a little, and that top shoulder is nice and relaxed. Okay, you've got a nice open neck there. Breathing out to lift, in to lower. Just feel like you're balancing on the narrowest part of the body. Try not to grip the ground with the upper arm. Okay, let it be very relaxed. Feel that everything for this position is coming from the navel, okay? So drawing the navel back to the spine, and that's just center point of your body. Breathing out to lift, in to lower. Last one, breathing out, lift, and into lower. Okay, pop the knees forwards, and let's just take a hold of that top leg. Draw the heel gently in. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let's draw the knee a little bit further back. And relax. Alright, let's come on up into your side bend. So just popping that knee, the knees forwards, yes, put the elbow beneath your shoulder. Open back with your shoulders and your chest, okay, a nice spacious neck. Lock the core on already, and then as you go up, breathing out to reach, stretch out past your ear, and breathing into lower. So at this one, at this level, it's very easy to keep everything front facing, okay? Now, as we go up onto the hand, if that's something you would like to try today, already before you go, set up. So set up the hand through to the foot, like you're balancing on a tightrope. Then when you lift, take it up, keep the body facing forwards and try not to push your bottom up. Okay, so as you go over, try to bring your body into an arc. So think about the arc of your spine and the arc of your body reaching over. Stay looking forwards so the head just travels with you. Breathing out as we lift, reaching up past your ear, and breathing in as you lower it back down. And again, breathing out, engaging with your core, taking your time, and breathing in as you lower. 2 more there. So again, as always, lock into the core. Make the whole thing easier. You know, your core will make you feel a little bit lighter. So lock it on, utilize it, and all the way back on down. All right, now in the middle, I'm going to give you a second tricep exercise today. It's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the circle and I'm up onto my knees. I'm going to show you from the back, okay? So I've got hold of my circle, like so. So my thumbs are not going around it, okay? Again, my arms are nice and straight. Draw your shoulders down already. Now tuck your tailbone slightly under, so you're not doing that with your back, okay? Don't arch your spine. Pull it. Lift the chin, and now breathe out. Lift your arms, and breathe in to lower. Breathing out to lift your arms up, breathe in to lower. So the great thing about the circle is exactly the right position for lifting behind. Okay, breathing out to lift and lower. All right, it's very similar to what we do when we're working with the weights. Again, try not to lean forwards, nice tall spine. Think about the body posture. Breathing out to lift, into lower. Arms nice and straight, so lock in a little with the elbows. Breathing out, pressing it away, into lower. If you were feeling crazy, you could give a little press with the palms as you go back. Don't expect that you're going to flatten the circle, okay? I'd be very surprised if you did. So breathing out, press, breathing in and back, breathing out, press, in and back. Most of all, we want to keep that body posture, in and back. And again, 2 more, breathing out, press, in and back, 1 more, and back. All right, great one for range of motion, that one, okay? Because you may have felt your elbows wanted to maybe bend a little as you took your arms up. Come around onto the other side, please. And then lengthen along the floor, point through the body, have your ear lining up with your arm, place your circle up on its end, place your palm on top, try not to wrap your hands around. And then as you breathe out to lift the leg, press down onto the circle, breathing in as you lower. Breathe out, engaging the core, press down as you lift up, breathing into lower. And again, breathing out, engaging the core, breathing into lower. And again, breathing out to press away, in as you lower. Again, breathing out, press down, and into lower. Again, breathing out to press, and into lower. Again, engaging with your core, press the leg up, and into lower. Again, breathing out to press away, and into lower back down. Again, breathing out to press down, into release. And again, try not to have that shoulder too high. Try and have your arm in alignment with your shoulder if you can. Breathing out to press, breathing in to release. 2 more on that leg. And lower, 1 more. And release. And then lay that circle down. Okay, and a double leg lift. So brace the core, breathing out, floating both of the legs away. In as you lower, hand support away if you can. Breathing out to float and into lower. So of course, nice long neck, lengthening through the fingers, lengthening through the toes. Belly pulls up as you lift, in as you lower. Drawing the waist a little away from the floor. Okay, be aware of that. Breathing out to press and breathing in to lower. Again, breathing out, press the legs away, into lower. Again, engaging with your core, lift and lower. Let's have two more there. Breathing out to press, into lower. One more time. And relax. Okay, pop the knees in. And let's take a hold of the top leg and gently draw the knee back. So again, just relaxing the rest of the body. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, drawing the knee back a little. And then let's let go of that leg. Come on up onto your forearm. Knees drawn forwards of your body. Chest and shoulders opened up. Nice long neck. As you breathe out, lifting up, stretching up past your ear. Breathing in as you lower it back down. And again, breathing out, stretching up past your ear. And breathing in as you lower. Alright, and if that's enough, carry on. If you can, lining up your hand through to your foot. Knees and chest open. And then as you power up through the legs, breathing out and then reaching up past your ear and breathing in as you lower it back down. And again, engaging with your core, breathing out to lift and breathing in as you lower. Again, as you power up, pull back through the belly, really stretch up past your ear. Try not to let your bottom go up towards the ceiling, so try not to lean forwards. Alright, that is one of the hardest things of this position, is taking your body up on that angle, okay, on the side plank angle of the body. Two more there, breathing out, engaging the core as you lift, breathing into lower, and one more time. Breathing out to reach and in as you lower. Good. Come all the way back down. Come around to seated. Let's just draw the right foot towards the inside of your leg. And then let's draw across with your right arm towards your left leg. Now it could be the knee, it could be the calf, it could be the ankle, it could be the foot. Where you decide. Left arm going along the floor behind you. Then let's draw the body all the way back and up again and swap the legs over. So reaching across with your left arm, reaching either for your knee, your shin, your ankle or your foot. And then the right arm comes along the back. Let's come on all the way back on up. Alright, I'm going to bring you around onto your back for the 100. So lowering yourself carefully down. Now we've not utilised the circle yet between the knees. So if you did want to, with this one, you could use the circle between either the knees or the ankles. Okay, and every time you breathe out in the 100, you give a little bit of a squeeze. Okay, if you don't want to use the circle today, that's alright too. Okay, so I'm going to place mine between my ankles. Okay, it's a little bit further away. If you've got your knees bent, probably going between the knees is a good call. So coming up with your head, neck and shoulders, elbows wide, maintain that neutral position with your lumbar spine. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, a little bit of a squeeze. Alright, so maybe shut your eyes. If you can, pat the air by your side. Breathing in, breathing we're going with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 3, 64, 65, 66, 7, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 4, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 5, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90 with 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring it gently down. And I'm just going to take in a stretch for the hamstring using the circle. So I'm just going to place one foot inside of the circle and then just gently easing that leg in towards you. And just take some nice long deep breaths. Just breathing in and breathing out and just releasing every time you breathe out. And now just moving the legs slightly out of the body. Slightly different area for the hamstrings. Also this will bring in a little bit of stretch for the inner thigh. Then we'll bring it all the way back on up, swapping the legs over. Again, just gently easing that leg in towards you. And the leg coming open to the side. And then bringing that leg all the way back on up. Take away your circle and just place it down there for me. Now bringing your legs up, flexing your feet, and we're coming into our heel dig. So just relaxing, open your shoulders, neutral spine. Lay your hands perhaps on your belly, particularly for the first couple. And as you breathe out, dig one heel downwards towards the floor and draw the belly away from your fingers. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out to dig the heel downwards, breathing in, back up. So being very deliberate with that heel going away, and like I said, be aware that the tummy is drawing back from behind your fingers. Now I'm going to work this up, so I'm going to give you baby imprint, baby reverse, and then the full rollover. Of course, you do what you need to do, alright? If you don't want to do all of the positions, then you could carry on with that, take a break if you need to. For the baby reverse, I'm going to point the toes, and I'm going to bring the hands up and above the chest. Then as I work the lower back down upon the floor, imprint using your abdominals to move the back into the ground, and then breathe in, release away. So breathing out, working the lower back into the floor using your abdominals to lift your hips. roll the lift and then slowly back down. And if you've got complete control in your reverse curl, maybe today it's a good day to try your rollover. So the hands will come back to the floor, spread out your fingers, breathing in, and then breathing out, we slowly send the legs upwards. Breathing in to separate the legs, and breathing out to lower. Now you could put a block or a cushion underneath your back. If that helps you, just to take it over slightly. So you're breathing out to slowly peel the back up off the ground. Breathing in, separate the legs, and then breathing out, slowly lowering it back. Alright, but what I say with something like this is, be very careful about taking the legs over. Know that the back is okay to take the stretch. If it's not okay, it's alright. There'll be another day. Alright, but just again, take your time. And it's all about, as with everything in Pilates, centralizing, taking the position from the abdominal strength. And if the abdominal strength says it's not ready for it, that's cool. Okay, it will be one day. Alright, finishing off your last one. Breathing out. Breathing in to separate. And breathing out to slowly come back on down. Alright, then just place your right ankle upon your left thigh and draw both of your legs in. Take a hold of either your hamstring or take a hold of your knee or your shin. Flex out your right foot if you can. And then letting it down. Change it on over there for me. Placing your left ankle on, picking both of your legs up, flexing your foot and drawing your legs in towards you. And gently releasing it back on down. Okay, bring yourself carefully back up. Okay, all the way back up to seated. Breathe. Okay, particularly if you're quite warm where you are. Now I'm just going to, before we go to saw, I'm just going to take a little bit of a twist. So I'm taking my opposite hand across towards my knee. I'm going to look over the shoulder and lengthen. I've got my legs about as wide as my mat. I'm just going to take that little stretch. You could do this with your legs crossed too. And then gently go the other way. And then come back. And we just get a little bit of rotation in. So lengthening through with your fingertips, breathing in as we rotate the upper body. As you breathe out and draw across, push back into your sit bones. Breathing in as you draw back up, breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, turning your upper body, breathing out, rounding over from your waist. Breathing in as we draw back on up, breathing out, draw the navel back to the spine. Breathing in as we turn, breathing out, bring the arm right up behind you. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, engage the core to the middle. Breathing in, nice big rotation. Breathing out as we lengthen across. Breathing in, coming back up. Breathing out, barely pulls back. Breathing in, rotate just your upper body. Breathing out, reach it out from your waist. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, let's turn. Breathing out, stretch it across. Breathing in, come back up. Breathing out, belly pulls back to the middle, last one. Breathing in as we turn. Breathing out, stretch it across. Breathing in, coming up. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in, big rotate. Breathing out, lengthening across. Breathing in to come back up. Breathing out, belly pulls back. And we'll let those arms all the way back on down. Okay, now if we can place your feet down to the floor, scoop in and under and see if the elbows or the wrists are available. And then move back a little, so we go into a little bit of a scoop out with the lower back. Tucking the head in, dropping the shoulders down a little. And then holding on by your fingers underneath your knees. And again, drop it out a little, head dropping down. And then turning the hands to hold the other way around, and do that again. And then coming back on up to seated. Okay, now coming to a seated position of your choice. So two things I want to do here. I want to do the cross back, okay? And then we're going to do the reach around and back down, okay? So arms extending out and away, a little active stretching. Let's draw back and open out. Draw back slowly and open back. So keeping the head in the same position, reach and out. And again, reach and out. Now lean into the left hand and reach over with your right. Stretch over. Now stretch it forwards as far as you can around. Land the fingers. Go the other way. Stretch out from your waist. Tilt it forwards and bring it around. Do that again. Stretch it out. Balance on the fingertips so you're not too heavy. All the way round and back. And again, fingertips, not too heavy. You're using your body. And all the way round and back, arms out straight, reaching back and release, reaching back and release, and again reaching back and stretch, reaching back and stretch, left fingers and cartwheel it over and tilt it forwards and round. Fingertips lightly to the floor, stretching out from your waist, reaching round, fingertips to the floor. And again, stretching out from your waist, reaching it round and back. One more time, reaching it over, round and back. Then bring your hands back behind you. Open down with your shoulders and look down. So you could kneel for this position, you could kneel high. Okay, if your knuckles get to the floor too quickly and you don't feel the benefit of the stretch, you may need to just come up a bit higher. And now let's drop the chin gently across to one side. Into the middle. Take the chin and gently tuck it across to the other side. And then back through to the middle, raising your head up and lowering one ear over towards one shoulder. And slowly over to the other shoulder. Bring it back on up, letting your arms come forward, stretch it out. Take a deep breath in, coming on up, breathing out, open wide and back. And again, let's reach it forwards, tuck the head in, breathing in, coming up high. high. Breathing out, open it back. One more time, stretch it forwards. Breathing in, come up high. Breathing out, open back, down. Relax, open your shoulders.